Question 18. All right, so maybe we are unsure what to do with this question. So we might look at the nth term test, but we can hopefully see that this thing is going to go off towards zero. So our nth term test is going to be inconclusive. If we started to write out some values, well, it might not help us out a ton, right? So, and when n is 1, I get 1 over 1 times 3. So I get 1/3. When a is 2, I'm going to get 2 times 4, right? That's going to be 8. Then when n is 3, I'm going to get 3 times 5. So that's like 15. When n is 4, I'm going to get 4 times 6. That's like 24. So I could see a pattern here, right? So it's going up by 5, by 7, by 9. But that really doesn't help me in terms of whether this thing converges or not, right? We've seen a whole bunch of things where we can add up fractions and it diverges. So what are we to do? What are we to do besides use the internet to, help ourselves out? Well, I don't know. Maybe we say to ourselves, is there any way that I could take 1 over n plus 2, and maybe rewrite it in a better way? Is there any way that I can maybe decompose this into other fractions? Of course there is. So if we're being honest with each other, we don't really do this that often. I just have such a special place in my heart for partial fraction decompositions. So we would say that 1 is equal to a times n plus 2 plus b times n. And this may not work. We're spitballing here, right? So if I say n is equal to 0, I'm going to get 1 is equal to a times 2. So 2a equals 1. So a is 1/2. And if n is negative 2, I'm going to get 1 is equal to negative 2b. So I'm going to get b is negative 1/2. So that means that I can look at my sum as sigma 1 over 2n minus 1 over 2n plus 2. And then now if we start looking at what happens when n is equal to 1 and 2 and so on, I'm going to get 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2 times 3 is 6. Then I'm going to add this to when n is equal to 2, I'm going to get 1 over 4 minus, well, 1 over 2 times 4 is 1/8. Next, I'm going to have n is 3, so I'm going to get 1/6 minus 1 over 2 times 3 plus 2 is 1/10. And if I write out another term, I'm going to get when n is 4, 1/8 plus 1 over 2 times 4 plus 2, 1, that's minus, sorry, minus 1/12. So although we don't have telescoping like we had before, we do have some sort of cancellations going on, right? Notice that this is a negative 1/6. This is a positive 1/6. These terms are going to cancel out. I'm also getting a 1/8 here and a 1/8 there. These terms are going to cancel out. So this 1/10 is going to cancel out with our next term, right? So when n is 5, I get 1/10 minus 1 over 14. So these terms cancel. This 1/12 is going to cancel with that. This 1/14 is going to cancel with the term next to it. So the only things that live on are this 1/2 plus this 1/4. So this is going to converge. And it converges to 1/2 plus 1/4, aka 3/4. I'm not going to give you anything that means on a quiz or test. That's just a good question. Just a good problem solving question. That is all.